Welcome back to high school basketball on DouglasCountyDigest.com. We're in Tuscola for the fourth quarter of Villa Grove. The Blue Devils coming over to take on the Tuscola Warriors. Chris Patton, Luke Johnson, here we go from Tuscola High School. 8 minutes left. The Warriors have a 3-point lead, and Villa Grove has the ball with the chance to possibly tie this game.
Villa Grove's made it close, making some 3-point shots there in the third quarter, outscoring Tuscola. Good defense, good defense.
As we say that, Dustin Hake steps around a defender, gets the ball, gonna drive in, puts it up and good. On the left-hand side, he switched over to uses right hand to put that one down. But Villa Grove got it to 3. Dustin Hake makes it 5, and he's gonna go to the free throw line, trying to stretch the lead to 6.
Dustin Hake, big, strong body, taking it to the basket. Nice layup with contact. Now he gets to make a 3-point play.
We've seen in the first half, we saw defense, maybe tough defense, but being played a little too much with the hands, too much with the body. I think these teams have kind of figured out what the refs are calling, what they can do, what they can't do, and it's really helped out here in the third quarter. Now we're in the fourth. Runner shot up by Coberline, no good. He has 20 points, tried to get 22, down the lane and good is Eric Christ. Little out of control runaway train there, but he is able to put the shot up and good, and he's fouled. So just like that, 2 possessions for Tuscola, 2 baskets and 2 fouls.
Tuscola's attacking the basket when they don't have the numbers, and they're drawing fouls going to the free throw line. 2 good 3-point plays here. 2 chances for a 3-point play.
That foul was called against Villa Grove's number 4, Lucas Vandeventer, his 4th, team's 4th. Shot up and good for Eric Christ. 51-43 is the Tuscola lead. It's back to 8 after Villa Grove cut it down to 3. 7:29 left to go in the fourth.
Tuscola going back to some full court pressure here. Probably going to trap on the sides and in the corners.
Jerome Chabrut's going to take a seat. He has 16 points tonight for the Tuscola Warriors. Just a throw ahead for Villa Grove, trying to lead this man, led him too much. The Villa Grove's player number 4, Vandeventer, was able to get it down, but as he got it, he was kind of running out of options, running out of room. He tried to throw it off the Tuscola defender. He wasn't able to hit him, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's Tuscola ball. Villa Grove's offense really not carrying over from the third to the fourth. Just like that, Dustin Hake, nice jumper from the elbow. He is really having a nice second half here for the Warriors. 53-43. Brian Russell is going to call a timeout for Villa Grove before this thing gets away from him any further.
Dustin Hake's taken over. He's had the last couple baskets for Tuscola. He's taken over from Chabrut, who's taking a seat on the bench for now. But it's been a tale of those two so far. It's either one or the other.
7 minutes left to go in this contest. Tuscola pushes their lead back up to 10 here in the first minute of this last quarter. Villa Grove got it down to 3. Had figured some things out, had got some 3-pointers to fall. They outscored Tuscola 21-13 in the third, but just like that, Tuscola's kicked the lead back up to 10 points.
2 hard drives to the basket, chances for 3-point plays. But Villa Grove has gone back to turning it over a little bit more sloppy play as they started out the game with. They haven't moved the ball around the perimeter like they were in the third quarter, and a few less 3-point shots.
4 Tuscola so far tonight. Chabrut leads with 16. Dustin Hake now has 13. Christian Wood with 11. Let's see, what else do we have here? Eric Christ has 9. Eli Kaufman with 3. Dan Yoakum has 4, and Stephen Gibson has 1. He came in and made a free throw for Tuscola. And Villa Grove has the ball now, looking to cut into this 10-point Tuscola lead. Trying to feed things once again, and it's taken away. Here comes Dan Yoakum. He drives yet again. That one doesn't go, though, but he is going to get to the free throw line. So Tuscola's story remains the same here in the fourth quarter.
Forcing the action, driving to the basket, even when it's a 1-on-3 fast break. Tuscola doesn't have the numbers, but they're putting their head down, going right to the basket, trying to get the free throws.
Kind of outlegging Villa Grove there. Villa Grove's not able to get back and try and take the charge. And it's paid off handsomely for Matt Franks and the Warriors.
And it might be that some of Tuscola's depth is starting to wear on the Villa Grove, which isn't as deep a team as Tuscola is.
Free throw for Dan Yoakum. As we said, Villa Grove came in the varsity roster. We were provided with list 9 guys. They have bumped a couple guys up off the junior varsity. Gilbert Nieto has played, and of course Brandon Coberlin, a freshman, has been has been quite a revelation for them tonight. Free throw up and good, 55-43. It's now a 12-point Tuscola lead. There's Coberlin. He puts a shot up and it's no good. Rebounded underneath. We're going to get a foul on number 13, Noah Palmer. He didn't really agree with, he thought maybe a foul could have been called on Shabru there. And he just kind of, out of frustration, pushes. And, well, the board has it being on number 4, but I don't think that is the case. It's on 13. It's on Noah Palmer, his third. Team 6th.
A little too aggressive. He might have taken some offense to Shabru in the post there. And those two have been going at it for a while now.
Yeah, we've seen kind of some frustration play out tonight with some of these kids. 55-43 is the Tuscola lead right now. You wonder if the Warriors maybe going to start to kind of work the clock. And as I say that, that always seems to be so far when the teams go in to their offensive sets. As soon as I think they're going to sit down and milk some time here. Eric Christ has it out top. He's going to drive the lane, though. He's given that little room, and he misses no good. Nieto gets the rebound for Villa Grove.
Not a bad possession for Tuscola, just a missed shot there, pull up in the lane.
And once again, you saw the Warriors spread things out. Nieto gets it in the post. He turns around, puts it up, no good. Rebound taken by one of the Blue Devils. Another shot up and good. Austin Hubbard looked like it was no good, excuse me. And ball is going to go out of bounds off of Villa Grove. It'll be Tuscola ball. Villa Grove's scoring totals tonight. Coberlin has 20. Noah Palmer has 11. Lucas Vandevetter has 6. Gabe Palmer has 4. And Gilbert Nieto has 2. And we're going to get another timeout called by Matt Franks. 55-43 is the Tuscola lead with 5:53 left to go in the fourth quarter. Earlier tonight, Tuscola won the JV game 61-31, so the Warriors are looking to take a sweep of these contests.
I would look for Tuscola to slow it down a little bit more, go back to that spread offense where they drive and kick, and Villa Grove needs to move the ball around as well and look for those three-point shots that they were hitting in the third quarter to cut this lead down.
That would definitely make sense for the Warriors to go back to kind of that spread things out and we're going to make sure you make a X number of passes, and then maybe once you kind of lull Villa Grove into a sense of security, you can have somebody drive the lane.
With a double-digit lead, the clock is on your side right now.
7 rebounds tonight for Dustin Hake, 6 for Shabru for the Warriors. And ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to remain with Tuscola. And 8 rebounds for Noah Palmer for Villa Grove. Coberlin has come in and gotten 5 rebounds. Tuscola has it now. It's out top with Dan Yoakum. He goes back over to half court to take that inbounds pass. He was guarded tightly by Austin Hubbard. He almost loses it, able to corral it. Christian Wood has. He's going to drive and draw a foul. And number 40, Skylar Orrick, picks up the foul. He's got his hands over his head like he is in disagreement with that call. I believe it will be, it's his 5th. Skylar Orrick will have to take a seat. His 5th personal foul, team number 7. So Tuscola will head to the free throw line. Christian Wood is going to have a 1-and-1. 5:32 remaining. It's a 12-point Warrior lead over the Blue Devils. Shot up and good. He'll get one more. 6-foot senior guard, number 3, Christian Wood for the Warriors, makes the front end of his 1-and-1, gives his team a 13-point lead. He is practicing out there, shot up, no good off the front iron. Shabru charges hard, but is unable to get it. Noah Palmer has it for Villa Grove. He thinks about passing it off, decides to take it himself. He gives it off to Coberlin, who is looking for the basket. Nieto has it now. He puts his head down and goes. Austin Hubbard has it back out top to 34, Gabe Palmer. He's going to work it back out and see if he can possibly take his defender, Dan Yoakum. He does just that. Steps around, runs into Shabru, puts up a shot, no good. Here come the Warriors for a fast break. Christian Wood has it. He's going all the way. Shot swatted away, and we get a jump ball and pulled away very strongly by Noah Palmer.
It's getting pretty physical again.
Yeah, these jump ball situations we've seen tonight have gotten kind of physical. Everybody wants to pull it away, wants to keep the ball on their side. Tuscola's going to have it on the possession arrow. Looks like we are going to get a substitution in for Villa Grove. Is another player that's moved up from the junior varsity to the varsity. He's number 44. We don't have a name quite yet. And he wasn't introduced by the scorer's table, so they might not have a name either. Shot up, no good, knocked away. Villa Grove comes away with it. And the Blue Devils looking to push and almost pickpocketed there by Dan Yoakum, but he's going to be called for a foul.
The personal foul is on number 10, Dan Yoakum. That's his third, number 3.
Yoakum's third, number 3 on the Warriors. You know, the Warriors had 2 fouls early on in the third quarter, and that was their first foul in quite some time. Villa Grove has 7, so we've heard some things from the Villa Grove crowd kind of wishing the foul situation was evened out just a bit. Villa Grove has it with 4:45 to remain. Tuscola all up in their face. Ball knocked away. Villa Grove's able to retain it. Koberlin tries to pass it over. Shabru knocks it out of bounds. It's going to remain with Villa Grove.
Tuscola trying to end the game on a good note, executing on defense, active hands here, still being very aggressive.
And those active hands now are up in the air as opposed to the first half when they were kind of reaching. A couple shots put up, no good by Villa Grove, trying to force things. Tuscola gets it. They're going to move it down the court quickly. Pass ahead, though, trying to just float one down, maybe a quarterback to a receiver like in football, kind of leading your receiver. It gets away, though. Villa Grove gets it, and we're going to foul called on Tuscola.
And Tuscola doesn't need these fouls right now. These fouls stop the clock and allow more time, more possessions for Villa Grove.
Number 15, Eric Christ, is called for the foul. His first. Miles Boatwright into the game for Villa Grove at number 10. We get, I think maybe Hake was stepping across the line there trying to guard he's given a warning, told to step back just a little bit there. Guarding that sideline inbounds pass a little too tightly. This time, though, he stays behind the line, knocks it away. Going to try to go behind his back. Maybe not the time for that. And we've got a player down for Tuscola. It's going to be Villa Grove ball. But right now, it looks like Tuscola had a player go down along the baseline. That's Christian Wood, number 3. And we just lost the scoreboard, too.
Hake trying to do way too much. Being a little fancy there. Instead of just stopping and taking the easy two to put the game away, so to speak.
Yeah, that's a case of maybe there, if you do have that open lane where you don't have to go behind your back, take it to the basket. But if you don't have that, and if you do have to get a little fancy, just pull it right back out and take some more time off the clock.
It's just some bad decision making, going back to all those turnovers in the first half, and some of the fancy passes that you saw in the first half coming down, and then it just wasn't needed right there. You need the 2 points to end the game on a good note to kind of finish Villa Grove off.
And we see Christian Wood getting stretched out there. He hops back up, gets a nice round of applause from the crowd here, appreciative of his efforts. Looks like he's going to go down in the corner tunnel there, maybe walk that out just a little bit. And there's the scoreboard back, except the clock is running right now. So we're going to get that taken down. They took it down. It looks like they took about 4 seconds off the clock there. It was at 4:20 left in the game when it came back up. They've taken it now to 4:16. We have 4:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. Tuscola leads 56-43, and they actually kick it back up to 4:47. So it's going to be Villa Grove ball, 13-point Tuscola lead, just under 5 minutes remaining in this non-conference ball game.
And if I were Villa Grove, you want to get it up the floor, move it around, and get the first easy shot you can find. Whether it be a layup or a three-point shot or a jumper, you need to get the first easy shot you find, and full court press, try and get Tuscola to turn the ball over because they're prone to turning the ball over.
Blue Devils did a nice job in the third quarter from long distance. Maybe they'll try and dial that up here again, but they, they've already lost Orwick to fouls. Nieto puts a shot up along the baseline, no good, just a little bit too hard. Tuscola tries, though, again. They get it out, and they just try too much, try to get it and push it down the floor. It's a turnover, and Koberlin has it for Villa Grove. He gets into the corner and dishes it off to Boatwright. He has it back out top. Pass over to 32. That's Austin Hubbard. He gets it in the corner. Koberlin thinks about firing, decides to drive instead, pulls up, passes it back out top, and it gets right back to him for a three-pointer. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Tuscola. That is Eric Chris. Here come the Warriors. Thinking about pressing it, but now they kind of pushing it, but now they kind of slow it back down just a little bit with a 13-point lead. Under 4 minutes left to go in the game, and now they're going to go kind of a modified four corners here. 4 corners, excuse me. Yeah, but as I say that, it's Dustin Hake drives to the basket, puts the shot up and good. Tuscola gets it back to a 15-point lead, and Brian Russell is going to call a timeout for Villa Grove.
And that's what they need to do to end the game, is just spread it out, drive. You have the lane, take the lane, make the layup, and be aggressive on defense to keep Villa Grove from making it close.
Hake's 2 points gives him 15 on the night, and he's done a nice job getting to the basket, and for the most part, his every trip to the basket has paid dividends for the Warriors. He had the one right before the delay there when his teammate, when Christian Wood went down, where he forced it and did a little bit too much, but for the most part, when he has gone in there, and it's resulted in good things for the Warriors.
He's a big physical guy. You can definitely tell he's more of a linebacker type. He can take the contact and finish, and he can take the contact as he's driving into the lane. He uses his body to keep the defenders at bay.
Both these teams looking for their first victory of the season. Tuscola opened with a 51-42 loss to Okaw Valley Conference foe Maroa Forsyth. That's got to be tough opening up your season against a conference team, especially a school and an athletic program the caliber of Maroa Forsyth. Villa Grove starts out the season 0-4 so far, so they're still looking to pick up their first victory, and down 15 with 3.5 minutes remaining in the game. Probably not going to happen in this contest.
Yeah, Villa Grove's just maybe a little outmatched on this game. They're also young. When they keep playing more games, they'll get a little bit better.
13 underneath, no good. Noah Palmer has it. He's able to get a rebound, and we're going to get a foul called on Tuscola under the basket. Villa Grove had a nice spurt there in the second quarter and the third quarter where they were able to pull things close, but the first quarter and the fourth quarter have been all Tuscola. 10 rebounds tonight for Noah Palmer, picks up a couple there of the offensive variety. Villa Grove's going to have it under their own basket. Try to feed it in there, but just like Tuscola's done, trying to feed a pass where there's no room, and it's a turnover for Villa Grove.
Yep, just walk it up, run a slow offense here, use some of the clock, run the game out.
Yep, now Tuscola has definitely gone to that with 3 minutes remaining, a 15-point lead. I think it's safe to say they're doing that, but here we go again. Crouch pulls up though and kicks it back out. Chris pulls up, kicks it back out.
And that's a good way to end the game. Run your spread offense, drive to the basket.
But as we say that, Dustin Hake, I think we should just stop saying that anytime Hake has the ball, because that's kind of when he tends to get a step on his defender, and that lane's cleared out. Austin Hubbard's called for the foul, his third, team's 8th. Dustin Hake shooting a 1 on bonus for the Warriors. Oh, shooting 2, he was shooting there, huh? Okay, first shot, no good. And back into the game for Tuscola, Stephen Gibson. He's going to replace Eli Kaufman. Dustin Hake going to get his second shot, and it rattles in and out and then goes down. And just like that, he's replaced now by Josh Knight. I think that's probably the last time we're going to see Dustin Hake for the evening. A heck of a job here in the second half.
Getting a few of the younger guys in, let them get some playing time here.
Yes, so far in the season, this is just Tuscola's second game. So any game time, anytime against somebody that's not your JV is going to be beneficial for these guys.
Oh yeah, and their JV looked pretty good in their JV game where they took out Villa Grove by 30 points.
2:35 remaining here in the fourth. 59-43 is the Tuscola advantage. Foul called on the Warriors. Gabe Palmer's going to go to the free throw line. His first shot is no good. The foul was called on Kyle Pugh of the Warriors, his first, team 6th. Gabe Palmer back at the line. Shot no good, rebounded by the Warriors. Gibson has it. He gives an outlet pass to his teammate Kyle Pugh. Feeds it underneath to Nick Bates, shot up and good. 61-43 is the Tuscola lead. Here comes Coberline for Villa Grove. His shot up is no good. I wonder if Coberline's legs are kind of maybe getting a little worn down, because some of those shots he was sinking when he first came in, the more he's played, they've kind of started to come up a little short.
He's probably getting a little tired. I think Tuscola, after he had that really good third quarter, Tuscola started to key on him and limit his touches and his shots.
Nieto's shot no good. He gets a rebound and puts it right back in, 61-45. Tuscola has it now with 2 minutes left in the game. Villa Grove still guarding them tightly. Tuscola trying to stretch things out, move the ball around, run some clock.
Yeah, Villa Grove doesn't want to give up. Yeah, they want to keep playing hard, try and get some good, end on good notes here.
Josh Knight had it to Gibson, gave it to Bates. Now it's back with Kyle Pugh into the corner with Gibson. Gibson leans, finds Kyle Pugh once again, who has it. Thought about maybe pulling for a shot, but with the time running down, he's just going to keep it, try and keep the ball with the Warriors. Nick Bates has it. He's going to drive, pulls up from the elbow, shot up, and no good. Gibson in there, gets the rebound, puts it right back up and in. 2 points, Stephen Gibson.
Good job of Gibson keeping that ball up high. He didn't bring it down below his head. He kept it up there and got a rebound, an easy layup.
He has 3 points tonight with 1:15 left. Tuscola has a 63-45 lead over the Blue Devils. Oberline yet again has it. He kicks it down into the corner now where it's with Tyler Harrison. Gabe Palmer has it out front. He's going to drive to the basket, puts a little fadeaway up, no good. And the Warriors try to get it, tip it around a little bit. Villa Grove gets it back. Oberline puts it up, fades away. Looks like those legs are going. And his shot was no good. It's rebounded by Tuscola, but Josh Knight is falling out of bounds. And we're going to get some more substitutions here for Villa Grove.
And Coberline may be forcing it a little bit here. He's trying to spark Villa Grove a little bit here at the end of the game. He wants it to be a little closer. He's played really well, and now he just trying to help his team out a little too much.
Three-pointer up and no good. Gibson gets the rebound for the Warriors. We're under a minute left. Villa Grove has scored 2 points here in the fourth quarter. It's been all Tuscola after it was 46-43 after 3 quarters.
Yeah, they kind of went cold here in the fourth quarter. Some missed shots, went back to their turnover ways, and as I say that, Tuscola turns the ball over.
And shot up and good by 23. That's Gilbert Nieto. He's another one of these guys for Villa Grove coming up off the JV roster that's done a nice job tonight when called upon by Coach Brian Russell. But it's 63-47, looks like will be our final score.
Yep, Tuscola's going to hold it out right here.
We'll hold it right here, and nice job tonight by some of these guys on both teams. I mean, Villa Grove did a nice job coming back from being down 10 points after 1 quarter, and got it with 11-point deficit at halftime. Got it down that third quarter. They outscored Tuscola 21-13. Had a trailed 46-43 after 3 quarters. But at the end, our final score is 63-47. Tuscola picks up their first win of the season.
And we've been saying that for the last couple games. The teams have made some nice spurts. They just haven't been able to hold those spurts to the end of the game. Villa Grove kind of fell off in the fourth quarter, off a sharp cliff there, missing a lot of shots and turning the ball over again as they started out in the first half with.
And maybe, that's something as this season goes along, as we see these teams a little bit more, and we're watching these Douglas County schools all throughout the season. We'll see the kind of the moves they make, the improvements they make as the year go on. As we said, this is just Tuscola's second game. For Villa Grove, it's their 5th game, but they definitely found some stuff that they can build upon in certain stretches. They just have to spread that out over a whole 32 minutes of basketball.
Yeah, and as we're saying, aside from Arthur, all the games we've done, everybody else has been a young team. They've had some, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, maybe a few juniors, maybe a few seniors. Other than Arthur, it's just there's a lot of inexperienced guys are working up to varsity playing time. They haven't seen this kind of action before, as junior high is a different ball game from high school.
All right, we've got some totals here, and I'm going to try my best to put it all together here. Villa Grove, as we said, leading scorer tonight, Brandon Coberline with 20. Noah Palmer got 11. 6 points for Lucas Vandeventer, 6 for Gilbert Nieto, and 4 for Gabe Palmer. 47 points on the night for the Blue Devils. Again, led by Coberline. Big night for him coming off the bench. Wasn't on the varsity roster we got to start the night, but definitely made himself known for Tuscola, who picks up the win tonight with 63 points. Nice job along the baseline and in the paint by Jerome Chabrou for 16. Dustin Hake driving to the lane, picked up 16. Christian Wood had 12. Eric Christ with 9, Dan Yoakum with 4. Couple people, Stephen Gibson and Eli Coffin with 3. Nick Bates rounded out the scoring with 2 points. So Tuscola takes the victory tonight over Villa Grove, 63 to 47. Warriors go to 1-1 on the year. Villa Grove drops to 0-5. So for Luke Johnson, I'm Chris Patton. We want to thank you for joining us for boys high school basketball on DouglasCountyDigest.com.